So this is in other lighting. Beautiful, I love it. So the first thing I'm gonna use is this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is really good. It gets really sticky on your skin and it kind of makes sure everything stays in place. I've been using it for a while, that's why it's beat up, but it works. I'm just gonna pat it on my face. So now that our primer is on our face, let's get started. I'm gonna use this classic foundation brush from Eco Tools or Eco Tools. I think it's Eco Tools, that's how it's spelled. And this e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. I think this is the darker one. It's a little messy, sorry. So I'm gonna go into the lightest color first and just dip that in. And then just kind of go on this part of my cheek. Now literally, like, these makeup tricks that I'm showing you guys are things that really make my makeup last and look flawless in like pictures, videos, everything. So this is, I don't think I've ever worn my makeup like this on my videos because I usually just like do my work makeup, which is not as intense because I really like this. It's a lot of makeup to put on, but it doesn't even look like your skin doesn't look as powdered. It looks amazing. You guys just watch and you'll see. I'll give you guys all my little tricks. So yeah, you bring it all the way to your nose. That way when you contour your nose, it's gonna be a lot easier because you're getting all the corners and the sides, and that usually blends together in pictures and videos. So I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna wipe off the white and use the same palette, and I'm gonna go in with the darker color. Now I know a lot of people use foundation first, but I've learned this is the best method for me. So you just go in like that. I'm gonna try to stay away from my baby hairs, like I said. Just go in right, like when you go like that and you see that crease, go in right where you see it. Bring it down a little bit. It's okay to bring it like close to your lip because it'll suck your cheek in more. I know this all looks crazy at first, but it all gets itself together. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the forehead. Usually I put more if I'm wearing a style without baby hairs, but today I am, so I'm gonna just stay away from that. But usually I will put it around like on my temples and stuff, and then take a little bit more on the chin, like right under, and on the jawline, of course. Just like a little bit under it, but still like on it. I know a lot of people like will put contour under it, but on it is better. And just a little bit on under your lip. Now that you look like this, I'm just gonna let it kind of sit a little bit on my face, and I'm gonna do my eyebrows. So brush those brows. I'm really into my brows lately. I feel like they look good, but I didn't always used to have good brows. Like my brows used to not have hair. Like I cut them off like to here when I was like in middle school. So, but finally they've grown. It's only taken until I was way out of high school for them to grow. So you just brush them up, and then I'm gonna take this e.l.f. wax pen. This shit is amazing. I love it. I swear by it. And I just like kind of stick my eyebrows up. Now see the difference that it makes. If I wanted to do like a cute like supermodel dewy cute look, like just a daytime look, I would just use this wax and just you know, like put my hairs up and just have it be like, you know, that cute bushy look. But I'm doing like a full face today, so this is like too natural for that. It has to have more like shape to it. So I'm just gonna like do it like that, but then I'm gonna go in with like the lime crime brow pencil and everything to kind of shape it up. So we'll do the same thing with the other brow. So this is how they look now. I think they look pretty cool. So with this pencil, the e.l.f. pencil that I told you guys about, I'm just gonna kind of brush it up again, and since the wax is on it, it's gonna be very easy. They look crazy, but we're gonna shape them. So brush it up, and that way the wax kind of gets spread a little bit more evenly, and then you just kind of want to go right there and just go like that. So you leave the ones up here because you want to have that little unruly look like right in the front, but over here you want to just kind of brush it in the brow shape. That way, you know, you have some order in your brows. You don't look crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to use the pencil part, and I'm just going to kind of shape, just go in the same shape my brow is already, just to give it a little bit more shape. See, just like a little tiny bit. I'm not doing the most because I like my brows naturally now. So now we're gonna take the brow flick by Lime Crime and just kind of reinforce some hairs in the front. I want you guys to see a little bit closer. Okay, so now that the eyebrows are where I want them, I'm gonna take Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I'm just gonna brush it through. Just like that. Perfect. We're gonna let that dry a little bit and then go back to it and see if we need to do anything. This ponytail is really fucking irritating. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this little, it's another Eco Tools brush, and I'm gonna go in with this Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just gonna take some on the brush, and I'm gonna shape the bottom of my brows. The top I don't really care about. The bottom, like that part, is the one that I have to make sure is like perfect. Just kind of make sure you carve it out, you know, just like that. And then of course we do the same thing on the other side. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna start blending all this and putting foundation on. My favorite foundation of all times. It's not too heavy, not too light. It's just perfect. It's just perfect, excuse me. Born This Way, and I use the color Praline. I'm gonna use this beauty blender, but with the thing, I think this is from Eco Tools as well. I'm just gonna pump like 1 to 2 pumps on my hand. I'm gonna take this foundation brush first to lay down the foundation, and then I'm gonna blend it with this. Just to like put it everywhere on top of everything. I know it might look crazy, but trust me, when you blend everything, everything goes into place. So like when we said those things, when we put the contour and the light on before, that's just to set the boundaries like for the foundation. But we're gonna also use like the powder in a little bit. You don't want to go too far up in the eyes because there's no need, because you're using concealer over there. Duh. We're just gonna start blending. The foundation kind of just goes where it needs to go. Be very careful with the baby hairs. I'm gonna blend more in the hairline when I actually put bronzer on. So if it looks a little bit lighter right now, that's why. So now I'm using my Juvia's Place number 18. This is the concealer, and I'm just gonna put it under my eyes and then a little bit on the nose, like right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this, and I'm gonna put Juvia's Place loose powder on top of it. This is in the color White Sands. So blend that in. I like to just really push product into my skin. Oh, before I use this, I put Mario Badescu spray on it, just to, I wet it of course, but the Mario Badescu, I don't know, just kind of adds another element of like hydration. Perfect. So once you're blended, I'm going to take that Juvia's Place powder that I told you guys about, and I'm just going to really place it in there. I'm going to push some of it in, but I'm making sure that I'm leaving some to blend, you know. Put some right on the nose, just like that. Perfect. So while we have that sitting on there, we are going to add the bronzer. I'm going to use the butter bronzer. It's just really good, really smooth, really buttery. So this brush, it doesn't say the name on it, but it looks like this. And I'm just going to start bronzing up my cheek. Under your lip, and then of course the jawline. I'm gonna use the powder to shape my contour. That's the same Juvia's Place powder, by the way. Bring it all the way like into your chin. We'll go on to the next cheek. Let's move on and blend that eyebrow concealer. So this is another EcoTools brush, and this is the blend. It's like a double brush. One of them is called smudge and one of them is called blend. This is the blend area, or the blend side. So I'm just gonna, I really like it for blending, it's super good. So I'm just gonna like blend that concealer in. So once your eyebrows are fully blended, or blended as much as you want them, we can start on the eyeshadow. Now for this look, I don't really do much eyeshadow, but I'll show you guys, just because it's more of like a soft glam type of look. So I'm using this Morphe. Ugh, it's so dirty. My makeup just gets everywhere. Okay, but this Morphe palette. This is called the Always Golden palette, and it's really cute. It's got a lot of this. I've been using this for a long time, so it looks like trash. Don't judge me. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this lighter color right there, this lighter color right here, to just kind of go right there. See, it's light, but it's still pretty dark to the point where you see it like a bronzy color, and you just kind of put like a halo effect around your eye, and I bring it out pretty far. Also even bring it out like towards my nose, because I want to put the contour there anyway. And then just really blend. I'm super light, actually. I'm like on my second glass of champagne, and I'm such a lightweight when I'm at home. Like when I go out with my friends or whatever, I'm not a lightweight, but when I'm at home, I for some reason like get drunk so much faster. Does that happen to you guys? Because I don't know. Just keep blending, just keep blending, just keep blending. Once you're blended, you want to take, this is Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions, and I'm going to take a Morphe M165, and I'm going to go into that, I'm going to go to this reddish color right here. I can't see what it's called because it's all scratched up over here. But this reddish color, it's like a reddish brown, like brick type of color. And I'm just gonna like set it right under my lash line. It's really pretty. You can go with a darker color if that's what you're into, but I like this color because I go on top of it with a brown shimmery color, so they really like bring out the vibes in each other, you know what I mean? They're just vibing it. No, but they bring out the like it brings out the sparkle in the brown color. So same thing. And I'm gonna go into this dark brown sparkly color right there, and I'm just gonna use I'm just gonna like set it right on top. I'm gonna set it right on top of the red. You might have some fallout because it is a sparkly color. Sparkly colors usually typically always have fallout. So we're gonna clean that up. Obviously, I'm gonna take the concealer brush from earlier and just kind of, just like get that together. Like, you know, just clean it up. Duh. I'm gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna take the brown, and I'm gonna smoke that part out just so it's not too red or too sparkly. It still kind of looks like a smoky perfect. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that Juvia's Place powder, and I'm gonna set it with this Real Techniques. Oops. I'm gonna place it under my eyes with this Real Techniques brush, just because I did just use shadow, so like the corners of my eyes right here are a little bit more messy than they were. So just like that area, I feel like this area right here is still fine. This is a Morphe M13 or M432. It's like a concealer type of brush. I'm gonna go into my e.l.f. contour palette again, and this is what I'm gonna contour my nose. All right, so we're gonna go into the darkest color again, right there, with the M432 brush. Yeah, and I'm gonna just try to, right there, you'll see. Just like that, and you want to make the lines as close to each other as possible. So we're going to do that with the second one. And then I'm just going to go right under like that. I'm going to use the same concealer, the Tarte concealer for my brows. This is in the color Medium Sand, by the way. I'm going to place some right there. And we're just going to take it right through the center of the nose. And like to the ball right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy highlighter. I'm gonna take that with this M4413 or 431 brush. Just go right there, and I'm gonna get right in the corners of my eyes and kind of just slide it a little bit like that, flick it up. That way it just opens your eyes up a little bit. Same thing with the other eye, of course. Flick. The rest, whatever's left over, just like put it right there. And just kind of brush it off, because you don't want it to be too dramatic. Okay, now I'm gonna blend my nose. What I do is I really just use my fingers, because I feel like that's the best thing. So I just use my fingers to blend it, like true story. I use a brush after, but initially I use my fingers. And now I'm gonna take some of the Amrezy highlighter, and I'm gonna put it right there and right there. I'm gonna take my bronzer with a little eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna kind of like go over the contour that I had, and then go right there under, like where I had it over there too. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more of that powder and just kind of powder the corners just to clean it up. I told you guys this is a lot of steps, but this is my like a red carpet look, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use this Essence black liner to just go on my lash line, just because I'm not gonna wear mascara, and so you want to at least have a little darkness in there, you know. You could do the bottom line too, but for me I just would rather not. So now I'm going to use this lip liner. Actually I have to sharpen it. This is the ColourPop lip liner. I think it was the Makeup Shayla collection. It's really hard to, I don't know why. I'm going to take one of my favorite glosses. This is Butter Gloss from NYX Cosmetics in a color Praline. And I'm just going to put it on. It's such a perfect lip gloss. So now I'm going to take this blush. It's Luminoso. I forget the brand's name, but the blush is called, I think you guys all know this blush. Everybody does. And I'm just going to take this Echo Tools bronze brush. I like it because it's got those loose bristles. And just set that beautiful, I love this blush so much. Set that beautiful blush right on the apples of your cheeks. Now it's time to dust off the baking. So I'm going to use a Real Techniques to dust off the one under my eyes and my nose. And just kind of dust it like that. And then I'm going to take this big Real Techniques brush and get the one right here under my cheeks. And when you do that, since it's been baking for a while, you want to kind of blend as you do it because you don't want those harsh lines. I'm going to use a little, I stepped on it so it's got lip gloss on it, but a little Q-tip to take the makeup off my beauty mark. I always make sure to do this because I just don't like it hiding under there. Just like that. And now this is one of my tricks. I don't put I do not put highlighter on because I'm over that look, like on my cheeks, and I'm not really using setting spray like that. But let me show you guys what I like to do. It's my little secret. This is the sponge I was using earlier, and this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. Okay, so you take that, it's got a little dropper, you drop it a little bit, you take the sponge, you dab, and then you just blend everything in. It's beautiful, it's perfect, it's amazing. It's better than setting spray, I'm telling you. And if you really want, you could, I guess I do this sometimes, I'll take my Marb Rescue and just kind of go over just to like refresh my face because I have been doing a lot. I need to wipe my hands. This makeup, I hate it. So that way you look glowy, but it's not like sparkly type of glowy, you know what I mean? This is my finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm telling you, this makeup is not coming off anytime soon. It's gonna stay on my eyes. It's gonna stay on my face forever. If you guys want to add mascara on the bottom lashes, you can, but I'm just not into that. But sometimes I do, so you never know. But yeah, this is the finished look. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, like as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe. I love you.